Shalom and welcome to Biblical Hebrew Made Easy. Today I'm going to talk about the Hebrew letters Nun, Samech, and Ayin. Hebrew letter Nun has two forms. Nun for the beginning of a word and a different form for the end of a word, which is called Nun Sofit. The Nun looks like and represents a bent Vav, which suggests a humble man. There is a scripture that speaks of the humbleness of this letter, and it says to humble yourself in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. That's James 4:10. The letter Nun also represents deliverance and life. In Aramaic, which is the language of the Talmud, the word Nun means fish. It is a symbol of activity and life. Christians today see the symbol of the fish as an emblem of the Messiah, Yeshua. Nun has a numerical value of 50. The next letter is Samech, or some people say Samech. The letter Samech is the 15th letter of the alphabet. It has a numerical value of 60. The pictographic for Samech looks a bit like a shield. The meaning of the letter Samech and the root word means to uphold, to lean upon, and to support. The design of the Samech is a closed circle. A circle represents infinity, as it has no beginning or end. Samech represents the infinite power of God's infinite light. According to the website Chabad.org, Chabad, the numerical value of Samech is the 15th letter of the alphabet, is 60 numerical value. The priestly blessings recited every morning. There are 15 words, 16 letters. When the Kohen blesses the people, they put their hands together. According to the Mishnah, there are 30 bones in each hand, 60 when the hands are joined, which is a unique prayer or priestly blessing. The results of such blessings are swift and without interruption, similar to the strength of the current mighty waters. The priestly blessings embody the concept of Samech, infinite light and power. Next letter is Ayin, which is the 16th letter of the alphabet. The letter looks like two eyes. It represents knowledge, ideas, seeing, understanding. The word Ayin in Hebrew means eye, to see. It further represents the light, that is the spiritual light of God, which is mentioned in the scriptures, Genesis 1:3. According to the website HebrewForChristians.com, Ayin, like the letter Aleph, is a silent letter. It is said that Ayin sees but does not speak, and therefore represents the attitude of humility, or anuva. Or anava begins with an ayin, as close the word for service, avodah, and yoke. On the other hand, ayin can represent idolatry as well as slavery, both of which are born out of the heart of envy. The number 70 represents the harmony between the nation of Israel and the rest of the nations. They write that the number 70 occurs frequently within Scripture and Jewish tradition. In Scripture, we read that there were 70 souls who went to Egypt. There were 70 elders of Israel that saw the God of Israel on Mount Sinai. There were 70 sacrifices made for the nations during the festival of Sukkot. And Israel was subject to 70 years of exile in Babylon. In Jewish tradition, there are 70 members of the Sanhedrin and 70 words of Kaddish, 70 faces of Torah, 70 names of God, and 70 birth pangs until the coming of the Mashiach. Okay, this concludes our lesson. Remember to learn and memorize these letters, as I will finish going over all the letter meanings of the Hebrew alphabet in 2 lessons. And then we will begin to learn how to read Biblical Hebrew, starting with Genesis 1. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a lesson. And please consider becoming a patron so that I can continue to create more lessons like these. These lessons take time, dedication, and effort. Thank you. In Hebrew, you say, Todah.